Hello and welcome to little live video brought to you by Flight Attendant Career Connection. Today we are talking about JetBlue resume tips. So these are a couple tips specific to JetBlue. JetBlue Airline. Is it airlines? It's Airways. I said it wrong. That's going to be one of my tips. JetBlue Airways is currently accepting applications, and it's always exciting when they do. It doesn't happen all the time, but they usually announce when they're going to open, and a lot of times they only stay open for 5 days, and I believe it's been longer than that, so we're coming down to the end. So if you haven't gotten your JetBlue application in, try to do it today. But before you do, let's talk about a couple resume tips. Again, specifically for JetBlue. I'm Abbie Unger. I'm the owner and founder of Flight Attendant Career Connection, which is a company that offers support, encouragement, resources, and coaching to aspiring and professional flight attendants. So let's dive in. So first of all, JetBlue loves a cover letter. They are one of the airlines that I have found, they are kind of like the only airline that I found that is in love with a cover letter. So if you don't have a cover letter yet, make sure you create one before you apply. It doesn't have to be super involved. It doesn't have to be a novel. It can be short. In fact, it should be short. Google business letters so that you can get on Google, obviously, so that you can get the format right, because your name and address goes on one side, their name and address goes on another side, and there's a little bit technicalities to get that business letter looking right. Again, Google is your friend on this one. And then you just want to sort of recap what your experience is. Don't put any information in your cover letter that's not repeated on your resume, just in case they get separated. So, for example, if you're fluent in Spanish, make sure that's on your resume as well as your cover letter. You also want to make sure that you thank them for taking the time to review your experience and resume. You're writing them a letter. So how would you write them a letter if you were just writing them a letter? We forget that a cover letter is a letter. So it's like, hi, thank you so much for looking at this. Here's a little bit about me. I'm really looking forward to the next step. Sincerely, Abbie Unger. So that's sort of a quick overview of how your cover letter can go. Don't make it too hard, but do make it. Okay, number 2. So JetBlue has 5 core values that are very clearly laid out, that are very easy to find, that they use to promote their brand to the world. They use this so that everyone's on the same page. So 5 core values. You want to make sure that your resume reflects these core values in a very obvious way, which means you use them in your resume. So as you take a quick look over your resume again before you apply to JetBlue, see where you can switch out some words. So let me tell you the core values. Again, you can find them on their website. They're very plain. You could probably Google JetBlue core values and I bet they would pop up. So it's fun, safety, caring, integrity, and passion. Okay, so maybe instead of saying I offer excellent customer service, you could say I care for my customers. So see, it means the same thing. Instead of saying I am looking forward to pursuing my goal as a flight attendant, you could say I'm passionate about becoming a flight attendant. Okay, so you're just sort of switching these words out a little bit. Don't do it in a way that's weird, but just see how you can do it. See how you can, I strive to always do the right thing. Could be switched for I always try to serve my customers with integrity. Okay, so hopefully that is helpful, and safety should already be on your flight attendant resume. So that one shouldn't need to be having any switching out, because you should already have it on there clear as day for every job ever held. Even if you worked retail and you were responsible for putting out the wet floor sign after you mopped. Okay, safety first. Next is don't use a period at the end of a bullet point. So your job duties are going to be listed under each job. You're going to have your job duties listed with a bullet point, so it's really easy to get the information you need, to read it, and to find out what you're trying to say. Those bullet points do not have a period at the end. Now, I made this mistake at the beginning of the video, but their name is JetBlue Airways, not Airlines. So I totally did it at the beginning. Y'all heard me. I said JetBlue Airlines. Wait, no, it's Airways. So do a double check. make sure that if you are using their full name that you are putting JetBlue Airways. And I did have to Google that to verify because I wasn't sure off the top of my head. That's okay. Just get it right in the resume and the cover letter. Number 5, please note that fun is a core value, and this is unique to JetBlue and a couple other airlines, Southwest, a couple other airlines. Delta, fun is not a core value of theirs. So you may, if you've only applied to more mainline or more, not mainline, even traditional airlines, which would be all of the regionals and the mainlines, you may not have thought about how you had fun. So maybe if you you worked at a place where you were in charge of the customer service events that you only did quarterly, so you didn't really think about it. Add that in, like plan fun customer appreciation events. There you go. Okay, so think about things that you did that were fun at work, and at least add one bullet point somewhere in there about fun, about having fun at work, okay? Because that's a core value. Core value. That means a lot to them. My next tip is we are sort of already on borrowed time, so get your application in quick. Number 7, JetBlue refers to their employees as crew, so don't let this confuse you. So all their employees are crew. So that's just what they call employees. So don't let that confuse you, because it doesn't mean, so if you're reading on their website about crew, it doesn't mean just pilots or just pilots and flight attendants. So as you're doing your research. Number 8, remember what a great company JetBlue is. This is an exciting opportunity, and don't forget to be excited about the opportunity. Don't make this too hard. Don't bog yourself down going after this and stressing yourself out, because this is a cool opportunity. It doesn't come around every single day. Enjoy it. Do the best that you can, but don't let this ruin your mojo trying to get your application and your cover letter in, okay? Don't include a picture of yourself, a photo of yourself. That's number 9, and that is true, again, for every airline in the U.S. Emirates does request one, but you're not going to want to put a picture. There's no need. Don't put your picture on your resume. And then number 10 is you can consider getting some help. So Flight Attendant Career Connection, which is me, does offer resume reviews for $25. So I posted this in a list a couple days ago, about a week ago. And so I've helped a good chunk of y'all get your resume, or just review your resumes, which a resume review is $25. You email me your resume, I take a look at it, and then I email you back with some suggestions for you to make some corrections and changes to make it better. I'm caught up now, so if you are wanting to take advantage of that, you can send me a message, or you can email me, facareerconnection@gmail.com. Also, I can post the link to get to the details on the website that sort of spell it out again. So hopefully you find that helpful. I also wanted to note that some of these things, as you're thinking them, are going to be really helpful for you in the interview too, because as you start to really think about your experience through the filter of the JetBlue 5 core values, you're going to even be that far ahead when it's time to interview, because you've already thought about all the fun things you did. You thought about where you're passionate. You've thought about where you've used integrity. So this little bit of work is just going to help you all along the way. So hope you found this video helpful. If you need anything from me, let me know. I do my best to help you. Again, we support and offer coaching resources and even encouragement to aspiring flight attendants. So have a great day and get your JetBlue application in.